see. So, who wants to give me the recap for last time?
I will.
Sure. This ought to be interesting.
Dice were rolled. People were met and talked to. They went to the place for the thing, I'm guessing. And it did not go well. The end.
He's not entirely wrong. Anybody
else?
Yes! We tested the thing to revive Cadrix, and that did not work out well. So
I told you!
We didn't test it on Cadrix.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing we did not test it on him.
Cadrix, roll a new character.
Yeah, it exploded.
I wasn't even here! You killed me!
But then we found out he walked off and didn't even say anything to us with his like little automaton friend.
He's like, what?
So, I think there was a little bit of confusion on that matter. There were indeed 3 automatons known to be on the ship. You guys only ever saw Cadrix. If there was another one on the ship, you didn't see it.
Right.
Meaning that, as far as you know, I did not walk off with another automaton.
Right. There was one on the ship that was destroyed, that was irreparable, and one was missing. And now Cadrix is also missing.
Like when we found the ship, the one was missing.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason when we talked to the person that they said that they saw Cadrix walk with a different automaton.
No.
Oh wait. Okay. My bad.
We just got told that he just walked off.
Yeah. We just know there was another on board that might be somewhere.
I see.
We spent a long while studying my book and what it can do, and realized how cagey it is.
Okay, real quick, is anybody else experiencing crazy lag on Foundry?
I'm fine.
Looks good to
I'll
me.
refresh. Yeah, every time I click something, there's like a 6-second delay.
We also learned that it can steal, the words out of any
fuck, I forgot about that.
Within a certain radius.
Which is crazy, because my character's the only one that was like, that's not okay, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever, and I forgot.
Very fast. Too.
What episode would this be? 4?
This is session 4, I believe. Yeah, session 4.
We went to the docks to see about Cadrix, and that's when we learned he had walked off, and then we saw 2 figures inspecting the ship we came in on, a tiefling and an ASMR. Let me see, Estelle and Gabriel, right?
Correct.
And they work for the Mercane Emporium under Mistress Calliope, who is coming in a few days to oversee the opening, for the ceremony and to oversee the opening of the Emporium of the Rock Brawl. Is that about right?
Yep.
I also walked off with some of their notes by accident. That's all I remember.
Alright. Anybody else? Anyone have anything they want to add?
I mean, we don't know this, but the notes he walked off with, we found out who she had meetings with other than Dawson's Legion.
That's right.
The juggler.
So she has a meeting with the Queen.
Yeah.
Or soon to be the Queen. Oriana Kozar. She has a meeting with Meriden Sandyfoot. She has a meeting with the Juggler. She has a meeting with someone known as the Unknowable One.
They're known as?
Their name is so crazy.
The Unknowable.
Do you know the Unknowable One? Why, yes, I do.
That was all four, right? That was
Yeah.
Oriana Kozar, Meriden, Sandyfoot, Juggler, and a Noble. Yeah. All right.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Sorry, I was looking for my notes. We did find or mention Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, with that, I think I will bring us to this map. And Cadrix.
Yeah.
You have made your way somewhere around into this area here to a tavern known as the Laughing Beholder.
I ended up here by walking off the ship onto the dock and asking random people,
where did the people go?
and they generally, sailors end up at the tavern, so I followed that stream of people here.
Yeah, you actually end up following this group of about 5 guys that just wander in. They're already drunk off their butts, but, they go in there for a drink anyway, and you, it's a, how do I describe this? So the bar takes up the majority of the room, and it's this long horseshoe shape, like and in the middle is where the bartender runs up and down and handles drinks and everything. It is filled with people that are various levels of savory and not. There's quite a few humans. There's the live band that's currently playing that's made up of what you would know. Actually, you wouldn't know, would you? Let me make sure I get the name here. Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure I get this right. They have a very... I'll just post a picture here of the Doar to the general chat here. They are small penguin folk, about the size of a halfling. And there's a band on stage.
I love them.
A live band of these guys playing.
That is so cool.
Jazzy penguins? Nice.
Jazzy penguins, indeed.
Boo-boo.
So they're playing the music, and behind the bar, the
What was it, Club Penguin?
Yeah.
they're short, pudgy, flightless avians that look and move like penguins. Let's see. They're technically, you would learn, Cadrix, they're technically Fae. Some people say that they come from the Feywild and into wild space from the Feywild.
What are they called again?
Doar.
Doar.
Dohwars.
Doar. Wow.
There's also a number of people that you would have never seen before called Rygar. Let me see if I can get you a picture of a Rygar here. So Rygar they are humanoids that seem to have a how do I put this? Sort of a glow about them.
Drax either just got stabbed or he sneezed.
I sneezed.
They have the ability to change the coloration of their skin, and they have bioluminescent freckles.
Cool.
And I'll give you a picture of them here too. They are artists.
And they come from the dimension of Candyland?
Not exactly, but some of them at another time, I think. Anyway, but you're surrounded by all sorts of people: humans, halflings, Rygar, Doar. Just there's another couple of automatons in here. Not many, but there's a couple of them that are sitting around drinking or trying to drink. It's debatable whether or not they're actually imbibing or not. But
people keep coming up and buying me drinks and asking for stories from the living automaton, and I'm honestly I listened to a lot of stories the first several hours that I was here, and now when people ask for stories, I just tell them those that I heard other people talking about, and
Nice.
I'm fairly popular. I just haven't moved from this spot. I'm just absorbing information.
And the bartender,
Wait a second.
big guy, the bartender comes up and he talks to you, and he's his eyes fixate on you as he's talking to you, and he says, "So what brings you to the Rock of Brawl?"
Sorry, I was chewing. Can I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
I can imagine you telling those stories, but like verbatim exactly how they were told, including answering questions along the way that aren't being answered as you're retelling it.
Nice.
It's part of the story. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so he comes up and asks what brings me here.
Mostly that ship I was on.
We didn't have a name for it when I shut down, right?
No.
Yeah.
But he'll ask you, what kind of ship?
I think, learning from what these people here talk about, it's called a SpellJammer.
He just kind of nods in place.
He's real literal, man. You just gotta go with it.
Yeah, and he's used to dealing with all sorts, I guess. So he kind of says, well, we have all sorts of spelljammers come through the Rock and Roll. Do you have any idea what kind of make the ship is? Who made it?
I don't. I shut down for like a minute till he just kind of walked away.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the voice thing.
That's all right.
I make a loud noise, I shut down until he walks away.
So, meanwhile, Zeklix, Smuma, Will, and Tradar, you are at the docks last I remember. Is that right?
Is that where we
Or
wrapped up?
had we moved on somewhere else?
My notes finished with our talk with Estelle and Gabriel.
Right, so you guys were
Yeah.
finishing up at the docks then. Okay. So I'll say you guys regroup, and what do you want to do?
Well, first I relay what I found from their notes. Do any of you know someone named the Juggler or the Unknowable One?
Does that ring a bell?
I tell you what, anyone who has been to the Rock of Brawl like regularly, which would be, I guess, all of you. Yeah, all four of you, I suppose. You can roll a. Let's call it a history check for either one.
Nice.
Cool dices, guys.
Thanks, man.
Why'd yours roll twice, Drax?
I'm not sure.
That's weird.
The same results. So.
Yeah, it's the same result.
That's even weirder.
Don't worry about
Close
it.
on. I'm gonna roll
Alright.
another one just real quick. That time it only rolled once. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just been a
figure.
bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna take the first result. So
Yeah.
let me
They're both 22.
that one. So Zeklix and Tradar, you've heard the name the Unknowable One kicked around before. You have no idea who it is. All you know is that they are one of these underbarons. 1 second here. Let's see if I can give you anything else in addition to that. So there are 3 underbarons in the city. They're kind of the equivalent to Masters of Thieves Guilds. Meriden Sandyfoot is one of them. You guys would both know the Juggler is one of them, and that the Unknowable is one.
Damn, she's meeting with all 3.
Yeah, I got a hold of.
It's interesting because despite the fact that they're crime lords, basically, the Underbarons also enjoy the, let's call it, tolerance of the royal family, of the crown. In fact, the queen is known to meet with them, or rather, the previous king. The new queen, who knows how that'll go, but the crown has been known in the past to meet with them, in part because the crown was founded by pirates themselves. So, but basically, they operate under some level of protection within the city. They it's not entirely extortion or anything, but they, you know.
Not entirely.
So I share with them the notes that I absorbed from Gabriel.
I will say, while you don't get any extra information on the Unknowable one, you would get a little bit more information about the Juggler. Just because you guys rolled as high as you did. What was that, a 21 and a 22?
Correct.
Yeah. The Juggler operates out of the Juggler's Folk Guild House, which is in the mid city. It's not far from the marketplace.
That's dumb.
Basically, the Juggler's Folk are more along the lines of a bunch of actors and bards and singers, and they employ a lot of say street urchins to act as their eyes and ears in the city. So, you guys would know now Calliope would be meeting with these people, and any other questions or anything?
No.
Nope. Alright. So where do you guys want to go? I'm assuming you're still looking for Cadrix?
Yeah.
But as we're walking, I'm just letting them know, yeah, this Calliope person, she knows a lot of very powerful and dangerous people.
It makes sense. She's part of the Emporium.
True, yeah.
So I'll say you guys
Do we remember when she's gonna be here? Like a week?
3 days.
a couple of days.
3 days.
Okay.
I have it written down.
I'm supposed to escort her, or well, you know, us, I guess, escort her and then.
You'll
Wait,
be
we're
meeting her
escorting her?
at the docks.
Yeah, she's gonna pay us 50 gold each.
Yeah, I'm saying that in character because I wasn't there when that.
Oh, okay.
Well, 50 gold is 50 gold.
Indeed.
Plus, I kind of want to talk to somebody who knows that much. Want to know more about her.
Either keep your book away while we're with her, or if you want to know everything, then let's do that.
I'm gonna need to put some ground rules with this book.
I just want to know how you do that.
I mean, we already got it to not copy my books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our
Your
property.
guys.
A privacy
just
agreement
not
for our
copy.
terms and services?
Yeah. Leave my notes alone.
Just be glad it didn't come with a subscription service.
Mhm.
Wow. Get your capitalism out of my fucking game.
Hashtag not my
Oh.
D&D.
Oh, the Mercane Emporium is the worst of that.
Yeah, I know.
So, you guys are headed back down the, wandering through the streets of the lower city here, basically uphill, I say, along this main road towards the marketplace here. And, you will be passing by the Laughing Beholder on your way if you keep going this route.
I mean, as we're going, could we ask around if anyone has seen a Oh, but you said, well.
We did that before, and we got
yeah, right.
really shitty results.
Didn't work. Yeah.
That was because Hind wasn't here and Kaysen was delaying you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay. Well, then
I'll
could we
just-
do that again?
Sure, I'll just say for the sake of simplicity, it's not terribly hard to get directions. Oh yeah, there's an automaton that seems a little sketchy, a little weird in the Laughing Beholder, just drawing a crowd.
Let's check it out.
Indeed.
So, the four of you head there. The Laughing Beholder is a pretty popular tavern. It's, right on the edge of the lower city and the mid city. It's not terribly far from the marketplace. And when you push open the doors, you're again greeted by this jazzy penguin music and a room full of every race, every alien that you can think of, including the beholder behind the bar.
Oh.
That is
You said
currently
that
serving
before?
drinks and speaking to Cadrix.
So anyways, then I told my wife that I had to get back out there or we couldn't pay the bills.
At this point, Large Luigi, the Laughing Beholder himself, I will post a couple of pictures here
Laughing Luigi.
of Large Luigi.
Oh,
The
okay.
Laughing Beholder. Sorry.
Large Luigi the Laughing Beholder.
Also known as Player 2.
Nice.
So there's a couple of
Hey.
pictures of Large Luigi.
That grin gets me every time.
So I think the rest of you, Cadrix excluded, would probably know beholders are dangerous as fuck, but Large Luigi and the Laughing Beholder is pretty well known as, it's a safe place. It's, they have the occasional bar fight here, but Large Luigi tends to take care of those problems.
Yeah.
There's a few stone statues in the basement.
Not necessarily. Large Luigi's, I wouldn't say a pacifist necessarily, but not the violent sort that you would usually expect from a beholder. Not as paranoid, not as dangerous, I guess.
The guy's
He
in an
could be.
apron
He's-
to protect his lower body parts.
So anyway, Large Luigi is serving drinks, and there is this kind of a crowd around Cadrix. You can't miss him though. He stands what do you stand, like 7 feet tall?
Yes, but at this point I'm sat on a table and
Oh, okay.
not on a table, on a chair. It's a strong chair because I broke the first one. And my feet are up on a table, which is also a stronger table. And yeah, people are buying me drinks, and I'm just retelling the stories that everybody seems to click with. They make no sense coming from me.
Alright, so what do the four of you want to do? Trade our Sticklings? Roll.
Hey, we found our robot.
Indeed.
Start walking towards them.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over that way and Godrix, where have you been?
I point at you.
It is the Zeklix. I have returned, or you have returned to this place you've never been. It's good to see you again.
And our exchanges are always great because you have me, click, 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 and then someone responds to me.
Right.
So, yes,
Everyone, this is the Zeklix. He helped find me.
yes, I figured it out.
There's this one kind of elderly looking old sailor type that leans over and he puts a hand on your shoulder. Zeklix, he says, "It's a pleasure to meet a friend." And he's just pouring his drink on your feet on accident.
Ah, you're making a mess, sir.
And he passes out.
Speaking of drinks, I take a shot that somebody hands me and I dump it down like a hole at the base of my mask. And nobody can see this but Will. A little gate opens on my left hip below the level of the table and just sprays the, the liquor out onto the floor.
I take out my book and start writing that detail in there. It has a hatch that for fluids that.
I'm gonna start going over Cadrix, checking him for damages and stuff.
Alright, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
$19.
Cadrix, does he find anything unusual?
No.
I think
But-
he finds the hatch.
Yeah, you notice the hatch dripping liquor and you're like, what's going on here? And I'd say,
Oh, my tank is full.
Oh,
I can't fit anymore. But they keep giving it to me. This must be easy to acquire.
I kind of lean in and alcohol.
it doesn't affect me at all, obviously, but I have a reservoir of flammable liquid in me somewhere.
Next table over, there's someone trying to light a cigar. This
Anyway.
is just a fucking tinderbox.
It is good to see you again, people. I have learned much of the ways of SpellJammers and the money involved.
Yes, spelljammers are very expensive.
I don't believe I've been paid a high enough wage for my services.
What services?
When we fought those creatures off the ship,
The
I just kind of
Neogi.
look. I just look at everyone else. He's getting wages.
I don't know who to speak to about that, but somebody needs to be handling the money aboard the ship and handling wages and transfers of funds, and these are things sailors typically prioritize.
Well,
Highly experienced sailors like me.
technically, you're
Oh,
part of the university's property now, so I think
Well-
you should take it up with them.
University's protection.
Oh,
Technically, he's
protection.
sentient after all.
What is the university?
The University of Spheres. It's where we work.
huh?
Bless you.
I'm a representative of the Department of
Thank you.
Xenoarchaeology. Zeklix here is part of the engineering department, and Tradearth is sometimes security for us whenever we go on expeditions. Oh, and Smooma's our
spiritual guide.
Spiritual guide.
Interesting.
Not the university.
Our ship serves the university.
Right. He works for Falcon's Legion, which the university hires. Sometimes.
This is good information. So our ship runs the university. I should take up my wages with them.
Yes.
Good to know. Right, well, I suppose I'm done here. We must return to the ship and do sailing.
Not quite.
Not sailing out for a little bit, I think.
Why not?
Well, we are currently waiting for a member of the Emporium. Apparently, we took a job.
Oh,
That
that's
is
how you
good.
can get that's how you can get some gold. 50 gold.
Jobs get wages, yes. We must do these jobs. Where do we go?
We wait
Oh,
3
yeah.
days and then meet it at the docks.
3 days. My wife will wonder where I am.
You're what now?
I don't truly understand the concept, but it is a thing everyone here complains about immensely.
There's just
This
guy at the next
wife
table just
thing.
staring off in the distance, nodding his head.
This wife creature must be truly terrifying.
It depends on the individual.
There's more than one wife?
Well, wife is a title, not an individual, Cadrix.
Interesting. Have you ever been a wife?
No. My kind.
What, back in college?
We don't. Yeah.
You don't do the wife?
No, I am a man.
Men cannot be wife. Good to know.
No, men are husbands.
Men are husbands. Wife is a earnable title. Interesting. Perhaps one day I shall be wife.
You know what, Cadrix? Just disregard the title of husband and wife. Best not to call people that.
I'm not certain I will. This is fascinating. Topic subject 3.
Yes, fascinating.
I'm
Well-
doing everything I can to maintain composure. I'm sorry.
3 days. What do we do
Days.
until then?
We should maybe get you back to the college to make sure you're all right.
And find out more about you.
This would be an interesting trip. Yes, this sounds good.
You don't do the wife?
Wow.
To the university.
And I stand up and start stomping my way towards the door.
Let's go.
Let's see. Did I have good music for
So Will wanting to
the
establish.
university?
Will wants to establish this early. He goes to Cadrix. Hey, it's a long walk there. Mind, give me a lift?
Ah, hell yes.
A lift.
Like, ride on your shoulders or something.
Oh, interesting. You can see much farther from up here, I imagine.
Yeah, and I have very small legs, and it's a very long walk.
I reach down and, like, the bully grabbing the fistful of the front of your jacket, I just grab a handful of Will and lift him up and set him on top of my head.
I love this.
Hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
So, for just the sake of timeliness, I'll say you pass by the marketplace on the way. You'd also pass by the festival grounds where Cadrix, you would be interested to see that they are preparing for the Queen's coronation in a few days, and eventually down to University of Spheres. Now, where in the university are you all heading? I'm assuming to xenoarchaeology to speak with the professor?
Either that or engineering to study Cadrix. It's up to Zeklix what he wants to do.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, I want to do some more studying. Try to figure out what the hell is going on in there.
In the Cadrix?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, that's mostly going to be up to Hind. Do you have anything you would add to what he might learn about you and your inner workings, Cadrix?
Largely that I'm a strange flavor of Elven in construction. It's not the flowy, wooden, scripted nicery that you normally see from Elvish. It's definitely more, I don't want to say martial, but like a combination of martial and industrial. I look a lot sturdier and heftier than most.
Heavy lifting.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely like if you were to give a flavor to it, it would be Elvish.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We did decide that Cadrix's construction is primarily metal and wood, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And that's really all you can really get. There's a lot of strange implementation inside that you have neither seen used nor can really imagine what it's for. If a Swiss Army knife was made of Swiss Army knives, but on another planet, there's a lot of utility that is unfathomable.
Edward Scissorhands in space. Got it.
Wow.
Sorry. So, I'm not going to require a roll for any of that. I'd say you get that sort of information from engineering as you explore his inner workings as much as he'll allow, and that kind of thing. Anything else you guys want to do at the university in the next couple of days, or?
At one point, you poke something near the control panel, and there's a shimmering quality that kind of looks like, to your eyes, starting at the top of my head and going all the way down to my feet, there's this rippling effect where everything you can see expands outward, and when it shrinks back into place, I look completely fucking different, as you have triggered me casting Disguise Self. I look like my height, elvish man that you don't recognize at all.
Interesting. Where did you see this figure, Cadrix?
Which figure?
The figure you're imitating.
I have done no such thing. What do you... And I look down and see my...
Oh, then I look down and see my hands.
hand. That is strange.
You did that unknowingly?
It's new to me. I look completely different.
Completely.
Maybe this is his creator?
I
I'm assuming there's like a reflective surface nearby I can see myself.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
funny because if you're watching, I walk up and I'm looking in the reflection, and I blink, but it's that thing where one eye closes, then the other one closes, then the first one opens, and the second one opens.
Nice.
I know not who this is.
Strange. And you don't know what triggered that transformation.
I thought it was the Zetwix, but I think I can replicate the effect on command.
And you hear a clicking sound, and from in reverse, foot to head, the ripple effect goes, and I'm back to Cadrix.
Interesting.
I suppose that could come in handy if the wife ever shows up.
There would.
So I'll tell you what. Rather than just going through the next 3 days and potentially doing nothing, do you guys want to just do a time skip up to that point, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll
have anything.
probably end up doing a lot of that in this campaign compared to the last one, just because we're going to be traveling more. But
Oh,
I'll say everybody go ahead and get a long rest. And sorry,
I
what was that?
will say, while we're at the university, if we go to like engineering, whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know any NPCs
You're
or
in
anything,
engineering
but
right now.
okay. Anybody that knows what they're looking at, probably Zeklix, Zeklix especially, can look at me and he can tell there are like brackets and mountings where armor is supposed to be, and I'm very naked and exposed in my current state. So, when you point that out, hopefully somebody can figure out.
Do we know someone that can cover my inner workings with protection of some sort?
I may be
You
able
know
to.
blacksmiths, right?
This...
You'd be able to find anything like that in the market if you wanted to.
What's that, Credo?
I was gonna say, do you think it might be possible I might be able to get him some type of like basic armor or something from Vulcan's Legion, like somehow?
See. What kind of armor can you wear, Cadrix?
I'm a bard, so I forget what we had talked about.
Would it just be light or would it be medium? I forget.
Leather light armor is what I have. I don't have it on me now, but we had talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, light armor.
I would
guards.
say they'd give you leather armor, no problem. Trade Arth.
Okay,
So it's it for the sake of my character and my sanity, it's not actually leather armor. They figure out some kind of plating, but for mechanics'
Sure.
sake, it's
Leather-
I'd say
functionally
it's probably more along the lines of something wooden for
sure. Yeah,
what for light armor for him.
I
Oh,
don't
well, I
I
mean-
don't want to be upholstery.
Yeah. I would say you could find something like that either in the market or in. I don't think you'd be able to find that necessarily. If you're not looking for leather specifically, I don't think the Legion would be able to help you, but you could find something in the market, no problem. Over the next 3 or 4 days, yeah, no problem.
Go
Which
ahead.
I think that would run you like 10 gold.
Yes, I cannot pay for this.
You don't have any money?
He does not have.
I
Didn't
didn't have anything, though.
didn't we get the shares from our return?
I wasn't there.
Right, but like, does somebody have your share?
Oh,
I
fair.
think it was only... I think it was only me that got paid.
He doesn't really have a share. He wasn't. He
was
wasn't being.
property of the
Yeah,
college until just recently.
he was a rescue. He wasn't part of the crew or anything.
Okay, I'll pay for your armoring.
Those Eclix is most generous. My great gratitude is yours.
I specialize in armor.
That is good to know. I believe we can get rather creative with this.
Indeed. Your mountings are strange.
So, yeah, mechanically, we attach this armor to me. It is part of me. It never comes off, and it cannot be removed unless I want it to be.
Oh, weird. So you kind of have your own arcane armor, except not.
Basically, yeah.
I
That's how I
am
would
the armor!
He also doesn't have to worry about sleeping in it, so.
Or sleeping.
That's okay, me neither.
Yeah.
I'm a monster.
So.
Kason,
Yes.
over the course of the 3 days, could I get a set of woodcarver's tools and try
absolutely.
to and make a small wood carving of a SpellJammer helm to try to give to Calliope when they get here?
Yeah, no problem.
I also
Let's
want
see.
to ask Cadrix at some point. You mentioned you believe you're a sailor now? Does that mean you have your memories back? Any memories?
I have sailed, therefore I'm a sailor.
I woke up on a ship and learned things from the nice folks at that tavern. I have information that could be useful on a vessel, and that is all new information, but it is the only information, thus I am a sailor if nothing else.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask. I also want to spend some time with him during these 3 days, just kind of introducing him to certain concepts and also explaining to him the book and how it works. About how information can be put into the book, and it will retain it for pretty much seemingly indefinitely. It also tends to absorb information, so if you have anything written down, keep it away from me.
I cannot
I
write.
want to ask you. Since we're in this period of time around Cadrix, did you notice the book copy anything from him internally or anything?
Yeah, once we get in depth enough into this, I would also ask if it had any information on me from before. Is that why my memory's gone?
Shit.
I'll ask the book. Are you why Cadrix's memory is gone? Cadrix's memory is gone.
The answer that comes back is uncertainty. It's a response of probably not.
Okay. Did you take any information from Cadrix? Just anything written or internal on or in him?
No.
Okay.
Then the only other thing I have is I would ask Cadrix if he wanted to learn some stuff about ship working.
That would be excellent, as well as, I believe, reading and writing. Though sailors don't normally do that, so maybe not.
Well, let's start with that. What is the role you'd like to fulfill on a ship?
I generally seem to understand the concept of money and Perhaps if no one else can handle wages, I could handle administration.
All right. Then let's start with math, and I'll start teaching Cadrix mathematics.
Do we recognize in any way that Cadrix is kind of like a bard? Like,
Yeah, he
class-wise,
has
I guess?
instruments built into him.
Yes, I do have instruments. That's true. Those haven't really been played yet. I need to lean into that a little bit more. But you would notice a definite fascination with the stories.
Maybe he should be our ship's storyteller, music master. What, I don't know what that fuck is called.
I don't know.
I
Is that a role on a ship, entertainer? You could be the cabin boy.
Oh no! That's
The cabin bot.
fucking awful. Oh, I hate it. Give me back Commodore. I kill
also-
Zeklics.
oh no, it's turned on us.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
I also write up a report on Cadrix to Aurum for him to go over,
Sure.
as he is technically a piece of xenoarchaeology.
Indeed.
He is an artifact of some kind from an alien world.
Right. I also, you see, I have a dagger that I tell you a story about. Somebody got pissed when I was telling stories about the wife and tried to stab me with it. And when Large Luigi drug him out of there, he just dropped the dagger and I picked it up for future defense of the wife if required.
Wow.
You would defend the wife? I thought she was annoying.
That's what that object is for. I don't know if I'll be doing it or not.
So yeah, I devote most of my time to training Cadrix on ship work stuff.
And I would teach basic things about the rock to him in between that.
You do sort of notice that as I get more comfortable and understand general surroundings, I seem to pick up sounds in the background, and eventually you start to notice subtle, quiet theme music being played regardless of what's going on. Just the steady background of odd noises that you couldn't really identify as instruments yet. It's just like, you know, some wood snapping, a fire crackling, a glass shattering, someone yelling. But it's got a rhythm to it, for sure. It's usually pretty soothing.
Glass shattering and soothing are not things
Well,
I have in the same
I mean,
sentence.
all I've got to work with is combat on a screaming ship and then a bustling city, so I guess a little bit of that tavern music would be playing.
ASMR bot.
ASMR bot.
Jacob sends me YouTube videos of a guy who makes music out of random bullshit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining copyright infringement now.
We're gonna have to reclaim your robot.
I am Rhythm reincarnate.
Kason,
Yes.
at a certain point, could I also tell Ryogan, like, who Calliope is, like, also has meetings with?
You can do that, sure.
If you need me to come along and confirm that, I will.
I was kind of thinking I would just do that myself.
Okay.
So I'll say, yeah, over the next couple of days. First off, do you want to make a roll on the wood carving? Set?
Sure. What do I need to do?
Just add your proficiency modifier to the roll.
Okay. I think it's 2 right now. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Wham, wham.
It's not great.
You thought.
That is not being given as a welcome gift.
That's fair.
Straight to the fire pile.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not good.
That's funny. I'm just picturing Trader sitting there, spending all this time on this thing, and then the knife slips and he breaks it, and just like, well, shit.
Like right on the night before, like.
Have I seen you doing this?
Working on it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you? Because I'm proficient in all tools.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Whoa.
So I could help you.
Sure. If
At
you
one
want to
point,
help me.
seeing you do that, I would have offered.
Well, I mean, I guess like that. I would say that is up to Kason on kind of like how that natural one like determines like where it was broken or not. But yeah, that
I
is
would have
enough.
offered. If like you were like I broke it, I'd have been like, oh, want me to make you a new one?
You could make a new one, sure, but the
Yeah.
natural one, that one's broke.
Right, that's gone. That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, I could do that.
Okay.
And then I just pull
sure,
out. I pull out. I pull
thank you.
out the thieves' tool, and I just start tinkering with a chunk of metal, and it just starts shaping into a knife. And I'll spend that night carving your SpellJammer helm.
Are you are you doing a helm? Or are you doing a ship? Or are you doing the
What is
ship
the-
you guys came in on, or what?
It was just
what
gonna
it-
be a Spelljammer helm.
Just a helm? Okay.
Yep.
More than doable. All right, give me a roll then, Drax. Or Zach, let's
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not much better.
that was so close.
It's not much better.
Woof.
I was like, back to 2.
So,
I'm sorry. I didn't have as much time as I'd like.
Thank you for the help. It's all right.
At least it's not broken.
I think that we'll just go without a gift.
Will, would you be speaking with the professor?
Yeah, I would. I was just thinking I was gonna leave like a report for him, but if he wants to like meet on anything, I'm
I'll say
bouncing
that
between
just
archaeology and engineering for
I'll
the
just say
past
that
3 days.
over the next couple of days, you do speak to him like in passing or something. And
Mhm.
basically, what he would tell you is that the university, with regards to the ship, it's a magnificent find, but it's also something that the university can't really afford to fix up or repair. They've got other expenses and all. And he says if you can raise the funds, the university would be thrilled to have someone raise the funds for it, but they can't do it themselves. They have too many other things that require priorities over some ship that was.
I ask him, would a sponsor be a viable option beyond just the university? Somebody to foot the bill?
Well, it depends on what kind of sponsor you might be suggesting.
Well, in a few days, I apparently have a job for Mistress Calliope of the Mercane Emporium. She seems interested in the ship.
The professor just kind of stops and turns to you, says, there's just this moment of awkwardness and of hesitation. He's like, how did you get a meeting with the Mercane Emporium?
We met two of her servants, I think. They, considering the work we did, um, bringing in the ship, they were interested in talking and offered Greydarth and Zekwix a job, and I kind of got roped in.
And he says, if you can get the Mercane Emporium to flip the bill, absolutely.
Hmm. I'll think about it. And at some point, I float that idea past Greydarth, Zekwix, and Cadrix, and Smuma. That
Seems like an excellent call to me.
Yeah,
maybe we
yeah,
can get
man.
her as
Do
a
it.
sponsor. That way we have the ship under the college's protection. Well, yeah, Trader?
I mean, I was just gonna say it seems like from what the twins were saying, it seemed more like they thought she would be interested in buying it like for herself, basically, like not kind of just sponsoring the repair it and then letting the college own it or have it.
That
It's
is the
pretty-
gist we got, but we could talk about it.
We could negotiate at the very
Yeah,
least.
I mean, like, yeah, it would definitely depend on, what she would kind of want, I think, in terms of, like, footing the bill,
Something.
like what she will want in return.
All right.
But yeah, they
I
definitely would have
believe
to
it's called an investment. Is she an investor?
I
She
would
might
imagine
be.
so.
think so.
So I will say that the day of Calliope's arrival comes. You've got some idea of when her ship is expected in. Um, you guys want to head to the docks and await that ship, or
Yeah,
Might as well.
I would want to be there early.
all right?
Just
Give
see
me
if,
one
the twins are there too.
moment. I need to look something up.
Did we describe Gabriel and Estelle to Cadrix?
You have not, I don't believe.
Negative.
So these two, they're twins. They have similar features. One's male, one's female.
Are
I think
these
the
the
Azamar
two
is the male,
in
right?
the large
Yeah.
Luigi art?
No.
No.
Because there's
No,
definitely
they're
twins there.
right. They're twins. One is an Azamar and one is a Tiefling.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
The male is the Azamar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
Like,
who we met the other day.
At a glance, you wouldn't notice that they're twins because they're just at a glance they're so very different. You have the Azamar with the gold eyes and beautiful golden curls, and then you have the Tiefling with the red skin and the fire in the eyes and all, and the curling ram horns. But when you take a closer look at like just the facial features, you can definitely see they're definitely related.
Mhm.
And what purpose do they serve?
They are slaves of Calliope's.
Oh,
Willing slaves. They're well treated.
what service
That was-
did they provide us?
They just informed us that Calliope was interested in the ship.
I see.
And offered the job.
That's right. Yeah. That's all. I just wanted to make sure you were aware.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you.
That was an interesting exchange that we did.
No kidding.
So they're like, yeah, we're slaves, and we're all like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yep.
So, on the day of, you arrive at the docks. You're not waiting more than an hour or so before the ship arrives. It's a typical Space Galleon style vessel. Doesn't appear all that special. But you do meet Gabriel and Estelle there at the docks awaiting its arrival. And they both come to you as the ship is being pulled in and say, Our Lady Mistress Calliope will be with us soon. Do you have any preparations that you need to make before you escort us to the Vulcan's Legion? This is coming from Estelle.
My armor coats my body, and I pull out a crossbow, and it starts to glow.
First off, I don't have dark vision at all, do I?
I don't think so.
That wasn't mentioned. That would be under features, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I'm tweaking my spells a little bit now that I know who my character actually is.
So we are escorting these people somewhere?
Yes, to the Vulcan's Legion.
And at this point, Gabriel kind of looks to Estelle and then back to Cadrix and says, I'm sorry, I don't believe I remember you. And who are you?
I am the Cadrix, and
I stick my hand out.
He kind of leans forward and looks your hand over a little bit before he shakes your hand.
When he grabs my hand, my whole body vibrates.
pleasure to meet the greetings of this one.
Charmed, he says. They both turn their attention back towards the ship, and none of you have ever actually seen a Mercane.
A what now?
They're
A
a race
Mercane.
of people.
It's a race of people. They are... How to describe? Let's see.
Listen,
Ooh.
they're Murray and Caney. They're like amphibious cats.
She is a very tall... Cadrix, how tall are you?
Do 6'7". Jesus Christ.
Let me double check something. She's almost twice as tall as he is.
Holy shit!
What
God
the
damn.
fuck?
That's a big bitch!
Coming off of the ship is about a 12-foot tall, blue-skinned woman. No hair.
Avatar.
Not exactly. A little lanky. Doesn't help my... Not exactly, but still a little lanky. The fingers are interesting. Give me 1 second. She's wearing these elegant robes. Her head is a little elongated, and she has these long, spindly fingers that have like an extra knuckle compared to a human. And as she
Crazy.
is descending the ramp from the ship, Gabriel and Estelle both drop to their knees and bow down before her, before standing again.
I would give her the Vulcan salute as she comes down.
So this is
I
Calliope?
would also bow.
Yes.
I just give a little like unpracticed or just like informal bow.
You just hear
And
quiet rumblings of ah from Cadrix.
She looks over at Gabriel and Estelle, nods to them, and then to you all, and she says, I assume these are the individuals that you've chosen to escort me to my meetings, yes? And they both turn and look at you all and nod and say, yes, this is Tradarth of Vulcan's Legion, along with his companions Cadrix, Zeklix, Will, and Smoomahulamalu.
Yeah, man. What's up?
She gives you this very, very polite, very practiced nod of acknowledgement, and almost every motion she makes seems practiced, like very deliberate in her motions. She says, well then I believe that our first stop should be my meeting with Vulcan's Legion. If you would, please lead the way.
I will follow up on the rear.
Is Will riding on Cadrix's shoulders?
Oh yeah.
I'll, you just hear me quietly rumble.
Why does this immense and majestic creature require an escort?
Well, I can answer that. She says,
Oh, Jesus, she heard me call her immense.
it's merely a precaution. There are many people that are less than fair in their dealings with the Mercane. In fact,
What is the
Falcon's-
Mercane?
What is the Mercane? The Mercane Emporium, or do you mean my people?
Oh, I see. So people may attack you?
It would not be the first time. It's typically the last.
Do you owe them wages?
No, the Mercane always pay their employees.
So you must have insulted their wives.
She just gives you this interested look, and she just says, what would she say? I'll say she would turn her attention to one of the others and say, you have a very interesting companion.
So he doesn't know much now, or he's learning a lot of
See.
things.
Yes, you don't know the half of it.
Well, that makes two of
Neither
us,
do
then.
I.
As I said, I am new to the Rock of Brawl and looking for, well, guides, let's call it. Perhaps when we're finished with this escort, you could show me the sights.
Sure.
I'll continue the.
I
yes.
understand that, and as you're leading her through the streets, she strikes up conversation. Says, I understand that your little band here recently came into the possession of a strange elven ship. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you describe it for me?
Um.
Actually, you can point it out on the docks if you want
Yeah, that's what I do.
to. You see her. She takes out a small spyglass and begins looking over the ship. And she tells Gabriel, she says, take this down, would you please, dear? And she begins describing the ship. She says, Astral Elf Starmoth class vessel in poor condition. Cargo capacity estimated 30 tons. Crew of about 13. 3 weapon hard points. All fixed up. Estimated cost of 40,000 gold pieces. But to fix it, goodness. Well, I'll have to speak to the dockmaster about that. Ceramic armor, wings though, the crystal. That will be difficult to find. Make a note to speak with Deep Rock Galactic about that.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
Woo!
When do we meet space dwarves?
Amazing.
And he's writing all of it down.
Wow. Fucking awesome. That's totally in this universe somewhere.
That's the thing. All universes are in this universe somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Celestine can help us. Oh dear.
So anyway, she
Hey,
continues.
just lose the game.
Noted, Starfire. Got it.
Looks good to me. I'm still okay.
So as you continue along the way, you eventually do arrive at Vulcan's Legion, and she says, "If you wouldn't all mind, I will return shortly. I need to discuss this in private with Vulcan Ryogan." And she looks to you, Trado. She says, "You come with me, please."
Swim.
Oh, that kind of private, yeah.
I was just
And
thinking,
so,
where does this bitch go to the bathroom?
wherever she wants.
On whatever she wants. She's
Wow.
huge.
She has
Sometimes questions
duck-
are not
she's-
to be questioned.
Sorry, what was that?
Sometimes questions are not to be questioned.
She has to duck her head most of the way through the barracks here,
Oh, that would suck.
and you lead her in to speak with Vulcan Ryogan, and she says, "If you wouldn't mind, would you introduce me?" As you're standing at the door.
Yeah, then I'll knock on the door.
You hear from inside, Ryogan himself says, "Enter."
So I'll just open the door, take like a step inside the room, and then just do the Vulcan's salute and say, oh shit, what's my fucking rank again?
Centurion, wasn't it?
Centurion, Vatican, here with Mistress Calliope of the Mercane Emporium.
He returns the salute and says, "Welcome, Lady Calliope. If you would, please have a seat." And it's a very uncomfortable space for her, but she doesn't act like she notices. She sits down, and they proceed to hammer out the details of Vulcan Legion's protection of the new Mercane Emporium store that will be in the marketplace. And basically, what she's asking for is 24/7 around the clock protection from multiple guards. And she says, and the Mercane Emporium will also be providing its own arcane security as well, in addition to other precautions. He agrees, and they end up signing a contract for all of that. It takes the better part of an hour for them to hammer out all the details and everything, but they both seem satisfied with it, and she leaves. And Ryogan thanks you for your time and for your guiding her here to the meeting.
I'll just tell him that yeah, you're welcome, and I and the group from the University of Spheres will be continuing to guide Mr. Calliope around the city for a period of time.
So she comes outside, meeting with you, Gabriel, Estelle, and the rest of the group, and she says, Now, I have several other meetings that I have to attend. I believe my servants have offered you 50 gold pieces for this. She gestures to Estelle, who takes out a bag of 250 gold, which can be spread across the group. Each of you gets 50 gold pieces.
Woo!
If I need to, I can take care of that. Otherwise,
I can add 50 to my stuff.
I got it.
Easy.
Everybody
I
got
can
it?
add mine.
all right.
Yeah.
Done got it.
That's
She
the
says-
gold one, right?
Yes.
Dragons.
She says, I can offer you in addition 50 gold pieces each if you would also provide an escort to meet with this
That would be.
Meriden Sandyfoot, as well as the juggler and this unknowable one.
You
wow,
want
so
us
you're
to
telling
meet
us.
all of them?
Sure. I can actually take you to Meriden.
Oh,
My
really?
family sort of knows him.
Ed kind of cocks as she looks at you, and she says, how so?
Every halfling in the burrows knows him.
She gives you a slight nod of her head, and then she says, how interesting. The rest of you don't hear a word. The exchange between either one of them.
She's also telekinetic.
Not exactly.
Not the word.
Pathic.
Telepathic?
Pathic, yeah.
Not exactly. Magic!
Magic!
Telepoetic.
Telepoetic.
Also,
Talkapathic?
Mistress Calliope, while we walk, I have a business proposal maybe in mind for that ship.
She again turns to you, and like you have her full attention at that point. And
Keep in mind, I'm still riding on Gadrix while
yeah, it's kind of weird because she's just looking over at you riding on Cadrix, and there's not a word being exchanged between the two of them.
When she turns and looks at me, my body like vibrates a little bit the whole time she's glaring at me or looking at me.
So she goes, a business proposal.
Well,
Color me
see,
intrigued.
the ship is technically under college protection, as we are the ones who found it, and it technically falls within xenoarchaeology, but
She nods her head and says, "Ah, of course. The College of the University of Spheres would lack the financial support to maintain such a vessel. Of course."
right. We would like to repair it, get it up and running. Could we and we're maybe looking into a sponsor.
Well, I had intended to buy the ship outright, but
Technically, your name would still be co-ownership of it, in a way.
you have a crew in mind.
Hadn't thought about that yet.
Actually, I believe
You have heard nothing.
some of us could be a good crew.
I am a sailor.
Exactly. I've been teaching Cadric's navigation and ship work.
Wait, was this conversation just
Yeah,
happening
At this
between-
point,
Yeah, while we're
none of-
walking.
none of the rest of you have heard anything. This is entirely
It's
between
in
you.
your head. Never mind. I'm not
Right.
saying
Yep.
anything.
And she's looking at you, Will, and says out loud, she goes, "How much do they know?"
No, what?
And
She say that out loud?
She said that out loud, and then she just kind of looks back forward again. She says to you again quietly in your head. She's interesting.
I'll just kind of look back and raise my eyebrow when she said that, but like not say anything and keep walking ahead.
I look to the others and just go, Do you know what she's talking about?
Who are they? And no.
Feel like it's been pretty quiet here. Who's talking? Is it
Wait, what?
Becklix? Like,
What? I've been talking to her this entire time.
Nope. Nope. We haven't heard anything.
not out loud, at least.
She just says, she's eyes forward, and she just says aloud to herself, but loud enough the rest of you can hear it. She just says, "Very interesting indeed."
A tiny little utensil sprouts from my shoulder and digs into the side of my head, like cleaning out an ear, and then plunks back down into my shoulder.
Anyway. Yeah, we don't have a crew in mind yet, but we can work on that.
I made many friends at the tavern that would be interested in a new ship.
The robot here is really interested in getting a crew together.
Fascinating. I would not be opposed to having sponsoring a vessel for exploration and merchant purposes. You would be working for the Arcane Emporium, of course. You would.
As long as it's a partnership with the university. We're only interested in knowledge, keep in mind, and certain artifacts that probably wouldn't be worthwhile to sell.
Oh dear, everything has a price.
I believe something could be worked out. Any information would probably be retained by the university, at least categorized. As far as anything of value, I feel that could be appropriated by the Emporium.
Sounds fair to me. How about you, mistress?
What if you all need it for research, at least for a time?
Indeed. That would be covered by the cataloging. All items would at least be given access to so we could study and record any information necessary.
I'll tell you what, let's say that the Arcane Emporium will pay for the repairs of the vessel up to the point of the crystalline wings, which will need to be repaired by an expert. Again, you'll have to speak with Deep Rock Galactic about that. You can find them in the asteroids. She looks to Gabriel and Estelle. She says, "Make a note to have the repairs be done immediately. Use the funds from whatever account." I'll say from her personal account. Use the funds from my personal account.
Damn.
And they both nod, and again, Gabriel starts writing it down.
Well, I'm glad we could reach an agreement, mistress. I'll inform my superior, Professor Oram, about this. He'll be the one to hash out the details of any contract with the Emporium.
So, you would be then paying our wages?
Indeed.
I'm glad to have that settled.
I would be paying only the officers. You would be expected to pay for the crew.
Officers?
Also, any additional repairs that would be involved for the ship if it were to come into conflict would be yours to pay.
Understood. I have experience in that regard.
Basically, she's offering to fix the ship up. After it's fixed up, then you guys have to take care of it.
Yeah.
But it would still belong to in a joint partnership, her and the university.
In the interest of protecting the ship from further damages and helping us to protect and acquire any items in the future, is there any way that we could get some like items from the Mercane Emporium, either at like a discounted price or like some that are like not as usually is offered to other people?
Oh dear, I'm sorry, you must misunderstand. The Mercane Emporium does not offer any sort of discounts, refunds, or anything of the sort. However, she gestures to Estelle. Uh, my assistant here can provide you with VIP access to the Mercane Emporium as soon as the doors open.
Right. I
And
2
would be
words, my
interested in
friend.
some items.
No refunds.
Good old Marcus.
Yeah, you nailed it.
So I imagine this entire time we're walking to the burrows.
yes, indeed. And by about that time, you've arrived in the burrows. And where would you go to ask about Meriden, or would you know where to look for Meriden?
I feel like every halfling in the burrows would probably know where where to find him,
All
or
right.
at the very least where you're likely to find him.
You would know 3 places to look. His personal home, one of the warehouses that is known to be occupied by him and his men, or your family restaurant.
I'm gonna save the family restaurant for last. Let's go to the warehouse first.
All right.
Restaurant?
So you head to the. It's a shabby-looking warehouse on the edge of the Rock of Brawl, right on the docks. And outside there are 2 halflings carrying muskets that are bigger than they are. And they both watch as you kind of approach. One of them kind of stops and nods in your direction and whispers to the other. And at no point do they point their weapons at you, but they do recognize the 12-foot tall blue woman with you.
Bitch doesn't
And
wear a lot of
say-
skirts, does she?
You say recognize? Like, they know her?
I mean, she's the only Mercane on the rock. They would know she's coming.
Oh, right. Never mind.
It's her first time here, but she is one of a very visible alien race, we'll say. Like they're hard not to notice. They're 12-foot tall, so
Why I'm
she's
writing
she's
bad.
she's she's
I feel-
tall enough that she can look in like 3rd-story windows in a lot of these places.
I feel like the fact that she's 12 feet tall is somehow dwarfed by the fact she's part of the Emporium.
Hmm.
That seems like a really big deal.
Ha!
Wow, I didn't.
So she
Awesome.
she speaks and says, "Is Meriden Sandyfoot in?" And the guards kind of look to each other and go, yeah, he's here." She says, "May we enter?" They kind of look at each other like, all of you? And she again looks to the group of you and says, "Assuming that's all right with you."
Sure.
We're
Oh
here for
yes,
your
I'd
protection.
love to meet with Meriden City.
She nods, and they open these. Fortunately, it's a warehouse, and even though they are halflings, it is a normal-sized warehouse. They open the doors. She ducks her head and goes in, and you see halflings doing their best to quickly move full-size crates into like tables and chairs for everybody to sit on, and they make sure that there's a very large crate for her to sit on. And Mr. Sandyfoot will be with you soon.
12-foot tall person meeting with a halfling.
The sandy
And-
foot.
She says to each of you as they're kind of milling about. She says, "Don't worry, Mrs. Sandyfoot will." Or she wouldn't call him Mrs. She's Meriden would not dare to interfere with the Mercane Emporium anyway. You are perfectly safe. In fact, you're probably safer in my presence than we were. Then
Is he normally a dangerous figure?
Oh, right. Yeah. He's sort of the crime boss around here.
Crime. Boss.
So, after Meriden keeps you waiting for an uncomfortable amount of time,
While you try
Thanks
to
to you,
explain
she-
morality and crime to the robot.
You see, the judicial system.
I would be
Cool.
perfectly fine with explaining that to him. I'd be like, crime is bad people things.
at one point after about 15 minutes, Calliope just kind of rolls her eyes. She says, "Why am I not surprised that he would try some sort of power move like this, keeping us waiting this way? He knows I'm coming."
Short man, small man.
She just kind of nods her head. And eventually he does come out and sits down across from her and across from the group of you. And this is not so much of a making of a deal, this is more of a meet and greet. They briefly discuss the movement of basically the logistics that Meriden's people work with, and he's glancing over at you guys in particular, considering that, you know,
I at one point
you
waved
just
at him.
saw him the other day. And he makes eye contact with you specifically, Will, a couple of times. And
look
when it's all over and done with, she gets up to leave, and he looks at you again, and his eyes are fixed on you, and he says, My, Will, you're really moving up in the world, aren't you?"
Possibly.
Yes, it is tall upon my shoulders.
Literally and figuratively.
Got a job for you if you have any interest in it. Let me know.
I'll think about it.
You do that. And you all leave.
Would we get to do the crime?
And he just stops and looks back at you. And you just see him smile. Keeps walking.
He did not answer. Was that an affirmative?
When he's out of earshot, I just looked at Tradart. I'm not actually considering it. It's just best to leave your options open with him.
Understand? I mean, it's up to you.
Refusals are typically a bad idea.
So I'll say that she would part ways with you for today, but the next day... Oh, that's another 50 gold to each of you, by the way.
Noise.
Damn!
Racking it up.
Yeah.
Dollar bills, y'all. I was
They're gold coins, actually.
visibly uncomfortable saying that. I don't know where that came from.
I was visibly uncomfortable listening to it.
I have cringed out of my skin.
Wow.
So for right now, let's go ahead and take, say, a 15-minute break. And
Yeah, I could use it.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Awesome.
will pick up in a few. Say top of the
Sweet.
hour, we'll pick it up. Does that work?
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I don't know why I love this song so much.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm so weird. I love elevator music.
Are you good with the whole Calliope thing? I didn't want to make.
No, it's fine.
Okay, like I just
Yeah.
didn't want to be making choices for the whole group.
No, it's totally fine. That's all. The beauty of this is there's really not any like bad decisions, so to speak. So yeah, it's fine.
I'm back. I can start. I'm back.
Welcome back.
back.
Okay, I am back. Excuse me. Who else here?
Welcome back.
I'm here.
I'm back.
Is that everyone?
I think we're waiting on Hind?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty.
I didn't know that the the artificer is kind of like a rogue.
Mm.
In what way?
They get tool expertise, so they get all kinds of extra proficiencies with tools.
I don't know.
So I'm our rogue because I'm proficient in tinker's tool or thieves tools. So my my thieves tool bonus is 7. Not quite yet, but right now it's only 5.
That kind?
Yes.
Oh. Well, then we're all here.
Unless... Jason, did you get up to leave? Apparently she did.
All right. Sorry about that. I'm here.
The music
Okay.
changed.
So
Go back.
with that, you depart the lower city and move into the mid-city. You pass the market where Calliope will point out that the Mercane Emporium will be opening here. And you head to the Juggler's Folk House just across the way. One moment here. Make sure I got the right spot. To the Juggler's Folk House here. So the Juggler's Folk Guild House is more of a theater. As you approach, there are big posters on the walls and signs. They're talking about live acts and this kind of thing, and circus performances and this and that. It, from the outside, seems like it's just a, regular theater.
Mhm.
What's everybody's passive perception?
37.
12.
11.
Low.
Where's Bart with the 21?
13.
The ability to see through walls.
Yeah.
So as you are approaching, you're swarmed by children.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Could I do an active perception check, like knowing that, since we know that, oh my god, the juggler uses children for like things, like just to make
You
sure
would all
I have,
know that, sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
make sure I have all my
Alright.
stuff.
I'm tucked away on Gadrick's neck.
You do see a couple of fingers that try to go into a pocket at some point.
I would be using my blind sight to try to keep track of as many fingers as possible around us.
I'll say once they realized that you're not quite the easy mark that they thought you might be at first, they do steer clear of Lady Calliope herself, mainly because they can't reach her pockets.
They make a child ladder to pocket her.
They make
8
a
children in a
Voltron,
trench coat.
a Voltron of
Nice.
children.
8 children in a trench coat.
Excuse me.
She says to the group of you, she says, if you wouldn't mind waiting out here, I don't believe any of you know the juggler, do you?
No, that... If you believe you'll be safe at your request, that isn't a problem.
I have no doubt. As I said, none of the Underbarons would dare to mess with your Mercane Emporium.
Alright.
If I mean, I don't know if any of you would mind. I guess if he doesn't mind.
She's the
us
boss.
being where was. Oh, I mean, was she asking us like to wait outside, or did she
Yes.
just say like, "Oh, okay"?
She is.
Okay.
And she says, this shouldn't take long. We have some business to talk about, but I'll return shortly. And She goes inside along with Estelle and Gabriel, leaving the 5 of you outside in a part of town that it's better than the lower city, but this is clearly Juggler's folk territory, and you're being watched. There are these kids all around.
I'll ask everyone in their heads. So, does anyone else wonder why we're being paid to watch and guard someone that thinks that they're the safest person in the universe?
Strange.
Seems fine to me.
I mean, I'm okay with being paid for an easy job. It's just a little odd.
Agreed.
If you would like, roll an insight check. Anyone that's interested.
Oh my god.
Oof. 18.
The best guess you've got, she can.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like a
flex.
status. Yeah, almost a flex, almost a status kind of thing that she's paying you to escort her because she
Wow.
can.
Tuh.
Okay then.
Tuh.
So, as you're standing outside, there's this bunch of kids. It's creepy. All eyes are on you, and they're like standing over. Like there's some of them behind a fence that are watching you, and there's some of them that are just kind of sitting and like they're playing with marbles or something. But like they all kind of glance over at you guys.
You notice that Cadrix is studying them pretty intently. And at one point, this circular hole in one of his palms opens up, and 3 balls, they would look like just glowing yellow spheres, except you can clearly see a metal rim around them where light isn't coming from. So they're clearly metallic objects. And these 3 glowing balls roll out of his hand, and he just starts juggling, slowly at first, but it clearly starts to come back to him, and before you know it, he's actually really good at it. And the music kind of swells in the background as his internal instruments pick up.
So you've definitely got the attention of some of the younger kids, and then just out of nowhere, Cadrix, there's a clank sound as the back of your head is hit with a rock. You take 1 point of damage.
What? I die.
Wait, does that hit me?
Can we?
That's actually a good point. Let's find out. What's your AC?
15.
No, it hits him in the back of the head. You're fine. I
Can we
rolled
look
the second
around?
one.
I would like just shout out like, "Hey, who did that?" and like look around to see if I could see who.
Oh, there's a
like,
red-headed kid standing there, ugly little shit, just grinning, and he's got another one that he's tossing up and down in his hand. He says, "Ah, do it again too."
Oh god.
Do it again, and you won't walk away from here.
He just
Like,
looks around. Who the fuck do you think you are, buddy?
Why is the
And he
tiny
gestures to
creature?
all these kids, and all these kids just stand up.
Why is the tiny creature attacking me?
Oh,
If
no.
I was gonna attack you, you'd fucking know it.
We've done nothing to bother you, children. You just leave us be. We'll be out of here soon.
You don't know where you are, do you, friend?
We're escorting the Mercane Emporium. An attack on us. It's an attack on her right now.
I don't see no Arcane Emporium, whatever the fuck that is.
Uh-oh.
I point in 3 different directions.
What I see is a bunch of people that don't know who they're messing with.
I actually don't. What is your name, tiny creature?
What'd you say?
Said, what is your name, tiny creature?
Oh. Creature! He called me a creature! And you hear a bunch of them laughing.
I'll catch my juggling balls and reach out a hand.
Good to meet you, creature. Greetings.
He says, oh, no. No. You don't get to call me a creature. You're the creature. Tell him you're a creature.
I am a
You're one of them
Cadrix.
in the back shouting, escalate! Escalate!
I am a Cadrix.
What's a Cadrix?
A creature.
He says he's a creature! And they just all burst out laughing.
I just kind of look around confused. My eye is blinking. I'll put away my dancing lights.
I look at Cadrix and just go, these are what are called shit kids.
Ah, shit, kid.
I make sure the kid hears that.
Yeah, I say it way too loud.
And he says, oh, wait, who are you calling a shit kid?
I am.
He comes up and he's like, why don't you come down and say that to my face?
I don't need to, and
I think you want to. Come on down.
Does he still have some of those rocks in his hand?
He's got a rock in his hand.
I try to use Mage Hand to grab it out of his hand.
All right. Roll an Arcana check versus his dex.
Okay.
He rolled a 12.
Nice.
He steal the rock out of his hand with Mage Hand, and he goes,
Oi!
he's just looking up and at you and he goes, all right. Takes a couple of steps back and he picks up a bottle. It's just laying on the ground.
Oh shit.
And he hurls it up at you.
Oh god.
It's a natural 20.
Oh
no.
my
Damn!
We're gonna have to give these children a beating.
You take 2 points of damage as he hurls a bottle at you. Roll a dex save to see if you can stay on Cadrix as you get pelted with a bottle.
Okay. No, I do not.
So, as Will
Take an
tumbles
additional 1 point of damage from the fall.
As Will tumbles off my shoulders, a tiny little pin sticks up out of my shoulder and shoots a dart into the kid, and I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Alright, what's the save on that?
13 Wisdom.
His wisdom is not high. He rolled a natural 18, though.
Damn it!
Mm.
Bitch! So this
Just
little dart sticks him in the shoulder. Twink!
He goes, the fuck are you doing? He just reaches up and kind of plucks it out and tosses it over his shoulder, like before it had time to really interact. And at this point, like, all of these kids are just you get the impression the kid's probably had enough drugs in his system before the probably.
Oh no! I'll reach down and pick Will up and put him back on my shoulders.
He definitely
gonna-
seems to be the ringleader of this bunch of shit kids, as Will put it.
I'm gonna just stand and, like, after that happens, just stand in front of Cadrix and Will as he gets him back up, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he
pull
just-
out my dagger.
He just kind of looks up at you and he goes, "What? You gonna stab a kid? I bet you don't have enough, do you?"
It's just a shit kid, Kratos.
He just puts his arms out and he says, "Come on, do it. Set me free."
Jesus Christ!
How big is
Whoa!
this child?
He's not much more than 4 foot tall. He's taller than Will, But the balls on this kid.
Set me free! Oh no, and Star,
Man,
what
it's
a
like-
brilliant gift for that. That's great.
I'm gonna just sheathe my dagger again, and then say, "No, I won't stab a child, but
Yes.
I'm
I know
not
you didn't
afraid to
have the
drop.
nerve.
I am not afraid to knock one out."
Do it. Punch his fucking lights out.
Come on, do it.
I just
I
want
dare
to. Okay,
ya.
before punching him, I just want to try to like basically just pick him up by the shirt and just like throw him back like as far as I can, like just.
Sure. I'll tell you what. Let's make it an intimidation check at this point. Just we'll call it a strength-based intimidation check. So your strength modifier plus your intimidation, if you have a modifier for that.
Okay, so my strength modifier is +3, and then plus my intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ugh.
All right. Yeah. You kind of shove him back a little bit, and he doesn't seem deterred at all. And he picks up another rock off the ground and starts to raise his hand back to throw it at you.
I mean, I'll let him throw it at me, and like if he either like misses or like
It's a natural 19.
Damn.
I will shield that.
All right. So it bounces off your shield and kind of clinks against the side of the building to the side here.
And just say, "Try again, child."
He just grins wide and picks up another rock and does it again. That's another natural 19.
Holy
Wow.
shit! What is
We're losing to this kid.
I don't know how. I don't know how. He's had a lot of practice.
I don't want to throw a dagger at a child.
You're gonna have it'll be 1 point of damage from the
Okay.
from the hit.
1 point of damage.
And he's just daring you to do something about it. He's like, "What are you
He's
gonna
an
do? Come
immature
on!"
commoner.
He's like, "Look at them! They're ready to piss their pants."
These mother shit kids.
I'm just gonna just walk up to him, and as I walk up to him, take out my dagger again, and let him taunt me about it again if he starts.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I'm gonna walk up to him and take out my dagger again and let him taunt me about it again if he wants.
Oh, he does.
And I'm going to attack him, but like, non-lethally with the dagger.
Sure.
We're not pulling
Alright, go ahead.
punches anymore.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Where's the dagger?
Yeah, that's a hit.
It misses.
It hits. It hits. Why did the music stop? I didn't mean for the music to stop. Let's go with this.
Is he still conscious?
He's conscious, but like he just you. How do you hit him with the dagger? Like with the butt of the dagger, with the flat of the blade? How do you do it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna just like basically with my fist, just like holding the dagger, just like punch him like right in the face, like middle of the nose.
Darth uses
Okay.
Vicious pommel strike.
You punch him right in the face and break his nose. Blood just starts streaming down his face. He starts crying and he turns around and he runs off.
Now you've learned what happens when you keep messing with folks who are minding their own business. Be a better child.
The other kids just kind of look at each other. The fuck are you doing, man? He's just playing around.
I was just gonna point to like whatever little like blood is coming down my like forehead, and also it will from like the rock or bottle that he got hit with, and be like, playing around.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yep. Yep.
And you see what a prank got him. Do you want the same?
You're just a little shit. Now run.
Yeah, get out of here.
They don't run, but they slowly kind of turn around. Like it's not fun anymore for them, so, and they just kind of wander off.
Hate shit, kids. Are you alright, Will?
Yeah, fine. Ow.
Ow.
So, eventually, Lady Calliope and her entourage. Well, I guess you are her entourage, but she comes back out and she says, "Oh my, She just kind of looks at each of you and she says, "Do I dare ask what happened?"
Oh, there were some muggers, big, burly, scary muggers.
I mean, to Will, this kid was huge.
Yeah, he was huge. Giant, even. Was throwing threw a rock at me. That's how I got this, but we scared him off.
Well then, I'm glad that you are all okay. Shall we carry on?
Yeah, let's get out of this alley.
And so she leads you up the road here, past the festival grounds, to a part of town none of you have really been into. You were stopped at a guard tower before you were able to enter the upper city. And there are two guards standing there. And as you approach, they kind of stop you at the gate and say, Lady Calliope, you're expected. The rest of you, however... And they're kind of looking at the group of you who now are a little bit of blood dripping down the face and, look a little bit roughed up. He goes, the rest of you will have to stay here, though. And she looks to the guards from her 12-foot up, and she goes, these are my escorts. I will need them with me. And he kind of looks to his partner over at the side and says, "Alright, fine. Very well, let them pass." And she leads you into... Hold on 1 minute, I gotta find out where this place is. Oh, where is it? Sorry, give me 1 minute. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit, I just closed down the whole thing. There we go. Okay, she leads you to this building here, which is where the Noble Council meets. And so she takes you there and says, I don't think it would do any harm if you all came with me. Please do clean yourselves up first, though.
Hey, Cuba!
Right.
Then
Okay.
Uh,
I kind of look around blankly.
is there any place to like just wipe off any blood or dirt, like quickly?
As you're all kind of looking around in confusion, she just kind of says, Gabriel, Estelle, would you please? And they both begin casting prestidigitation on each of you.
Oh,
And
Thank
along
you
with
very
cleaning
much.
up the blood and
Thank
the
you.
dirt and the grime and all, there's also this scent of like lavender that seems to permeate off of you. She goes, much better.
What would you do if
Ah!
And then she takes you inside, and it's a grand hall, and very elegant pillars that kind of surround this. It's the building itself is round, but the hall you're in is just a straight hallway that's marble floors, beautiful, rich rug that lies across the floor here, and she is met by not a noble of any sort that you all would recognize, but a servant comes out and says to her, just nods their head, and says, Lady Calliope, I presume? And she goes, yes. She says, I'm here on behalf of the unknowable one. And she says, sure. You can do that. So she says, and where will we be meeting this unknowable one? Says, oh, we won't be meeting them. But I'm here to provide fuck, how would they word it? I'm here to
Negotiate on their
negotiate on their behalf. Thank you. She looks to this person and says, "I'll need some sort of evidence that you represent this unknowable one." And with that, there is a sudden cracking sound in the head of this individual, and the head turns all the way around, breaks the neck,
Ah!
and the body just crumples to the floor. And she just nods her head and says, that will suffice, of course.
What?
What?
And another one of the servants comes out, says, this way, please. And she follows them off into one of the halls, leaving you all in this grand entry hall with the dead body on the floor.
I do the same, but for me it works.
I would just be there with like hand on hilts of sword, like what is going on? Like, I would ask her if she's okay. Like, should we follow or what's going
Yeah,
on?
at this point, as you're all standing there, two more servants just seem to come out of nowhere, pick up the body and haul it off into the back.
What the hell?
Do we follow her?
So they went one way, she went a different way.
What?
We should probably follow her, right?
Yeah. Probably follow the person we're paid to protect.
Yeah, I'll go stomping off
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
Calliope.
And I'm riding along.
All right. Well, so you get to the door where she's gone in with this individual. There's no one guarding the door, but the door does appear to be locked.
Like so she walked through this door and then they closed behind her.
Yes.
Weren't we supposed...
Are we supposed to stay with her?
She doesn't seem too worried.
I suppose we'll just wait here again.
About half an hour passes before Gabriel and Estelle come out. And they both kind of look at the group of you and say, well, this is all very unusual. Has there been any strange activities out here?
You could say that.
This is unusual for you as well.
I've never personally... They both kind of finishing each other's sentence here. Never witnessed someone's head turn around and them just drop dead without doing anything.
And your mistress seems was. This
Oh, they're wrapping up right now. That everything seems fine and in order. You see Gabriel kind of shake his head and goes, "Not gonna lie, that was pretty weird." Like they've both seemed really like, not uptight, but like pretty well put together and collected up to this point. And this is the first time you've seen either one of them kind of like
Personality.
have a non-practiced reaction.
Yeah.
Like they seem a little shaken up by the fact that somebody just died without, like, they didn't move their head with their hands or anything. They just turned their head till their neck broke and dropped dead.
That's freaking nuts.
And then 2 more people came and carried the body off. So yeah. And then Lady Calliope opens the doors and comes out herself. Her head just barely not touching the vaulted ceiling here. She has to kind of dodge around the hanging chandeliers in the building. She goes, well, that was slightly unnerving. Let's go.
Everything all right?
Oh yes, but this unknowable one is enigmatic at the least.
If you didn't get that from the name, I don't know what to say.
Fair point. Any theories? Have any of you heard anything? You've spent more time here than I have.
No, I know about the juggler. I don't know anything about the unknowable one. Right? We didn't have anything on the unknowable.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. She goes, very well. Well, did I already have her pay you for the juggler? I don't think I did.
No.
We've gotten,
No.
we've gotten
Okay,
100 gold so far.
You get an additional 100 gold for both, or 100 for, or excuse me, 50 for the juggler, 50 for this.
I didn't
And
realize it
she's-
was 50 per like location.
I didn't either. I thought it was 50 for everything.
Yeah. This
So
is
in
crazy.
total, we've made 150 gold from her?
200.
Yeah, 200.
Jesus.
Vulcan's Legion, Meriden, Juggler's Folk, and a noble one. She says, and if you won't mind, I will meet with the soon-to-be queen myself personally after the coronation. So,
Well, we appreciate your financing, Mistress Calliope.
And
Certainly,
generosity.
certainly. Are you planning to attend the coronation? It's just a few days away.
I was. You?
I
She turns to Estelle and Gabriel and says, please give our, well, how would she refer to you? Please provide our new friends with front row access, would you?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
And they pull out, they have a number of these front row passes that are like for VIPs that she might meet, and you would have seen her give one to Meriden. You would have seen her give one to, well, you didn't see her give one to the juggler, but you can assume. But then 5 VIP access to the coronation.
Wow.
Who?
Was being coronated.
What is her name?
Oriana
Princess
Kozar.
Kozar. Princess Kozar is becoming the queen
Of the rock.
of Brawl, correct?
Not just of the rock, but of Brawl space, the entire
Oh.
region of space that you're in.
Hmm.
But this is the capital.
Do we like her?
She's been fair so far.
She's letting the Mercane Emporium come back, or they're coming back because she's coming into power.
I see.
And the previous king banned the Emporium from the Rock of Brawl, right?
Not exactly. They had
They-
a disagreement, and something about taxes, and the Mercane Emporium was like, "Well, fuck you. We will go elsewhere then."
Hmm.
Well, do you need our escort anymore today, or?
No, she said that she was gonna go see the queen personally after
Right.
the coronation.
Yeah, and the coronation will be in a couple of days, but I'll say she gets you out of the upper city again, because having you guys wander around the upper city yourselves would probably not go over well. But she gets you out of the upper city into the mid city, and you part ways for the day. Estelle and Gabriel saddle up beside her on either side and walk with her.
Pleasure
They-
doing business with you.
They make their way to the Mercane Emporium at the market. So do you guys have anything you want to do in the next couple of days between now and the coronation?
Well, I'd approach Professor Orem about the deal we just made with the with Calliope and see what he thinks on that.
He would find it agreeable. He says that because the university can't afford to anything like that as far as repairs of the ship to keep it active or anything, that if the Mercane Emporium is willing to invest in that and to aid the university, he's willing to jump at that. That to have the Emporium's support in any way would be great.
See what happens when you trust me, Professor?
He kind of nods in this jelly-like way, being a plasmoid himself, and
Is that a pastry, a jelly nod?
basically.
Wow.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Real quick, I do have to take off here pretty quick, guys. You're welcome to play without me.
All right. How soon?
Like, a couple minutes.
Okay, that soon.
I meant to say something earlier, and then we just kept talking.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Let's see, because I was just about to get to the coronation. Should I save that?
No, it's fine. Hind is recording, so I will listen to it here in a bit.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't want you to miss it. So.
I'll listen to it because it's important. I'm gonna need to know that information.
Okay.
So I'll listen to it because Hind's got the stream up. So.
Sure. So then, do we want to? Anything you guys want to do in the next couple of days between now and then?
I would say I just want to report to Ryogan on like at least like the immediate location of the unknowable one and kind of what happened there. Like with the person dying.
Yeah, and his reaction is one part. Yeah, that tracks, and one part. Well, that's disturbing that it would be there of all places in the upper city alone, but in the noble council chambers too. He says that means that the unknowable one has agents within the nobility's servants at the very least, and that's concerning. That means that. And he's like, and on top of that, the unknowable one is okay with people knowing that they have agents within the nobility,
Right.
or within their servants. He says that alone was a sign of a show of strength from the unknowable one.
Agreed. It sets bad precedents when crime is willing to show its face in strange places.
Exactly. That actually would probably mean that the unknowable one is stronger than we originally thought.
Indeed.
So that means we're going to get the ship fixed?
It does.
Yep. Should be.
The ship.
Now we just need to find a crew.
Well, I am a trained sailor.
Well, I do admit I don't want to go exploring more, especially since our new friend, I tapped the book, well, seems to
Yes.
want to learn more too. What about you, Great Art? That's Muma.
I mean, we're kind of a crew, right?
Indeed.
How many would we need total for this vessel?
Probably more.
She said 13, but I don't know.
Did
how
she?
many,
Oh, I can order more.
I don't know, like what's the lowest we could do. Like she said a crew of 13, so I don't know if that was like like
Including
what
us?
you need,
You
or
would
if
need
that
13
was like
crewmen.
On top of the 4 or the 5 of us.
Right.
Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna take off. Thanks for playing. I'll chat with you guys soon.
Alright, man.
all right.
Later.
Ciao guys.
See ya.
So, I will Let's go ahead and skip to the parade, the coronation then.
Alrighty.
So the day of the coronation arrives, and you have all made your way to the front row of the parade route, where you've got this excellent view of the parade, and will be able to move into the festival grounds where the actual coronation will be held. But first, you get to see the parade, of which you see representatives from the Jugglers Guild House, the Jugglers folk, among the many people that are in this parade.
We get a long rest, right?
Yes, you all get a long rest. You
Oh,
also see
boy.
representatives from the Dock Workers Guild, which is mostly controlled by Merritt and Sandyfoot. So you're seeing the further evidence that the Underbarons are in pretty tight with the royal family, right? It's not all that. There's plenty of other things. There are regular people. There are parade floats for some of the temples that they've worked on. There are advertisements for the Mercade Emporium coming soon, and a variety of other things. And you eventually see the queen's, or the soon-to-be queen, the princess's. She has a carriage that is being pulled by 6 giant space hamsters.
Nice.
Which are literally like horse-sized hamsters. They're very large, and they're regal beasts that are pulling the carriage along through the parade route. And you see Princess Oriana Kozar waving in the way that royalty would wave from their carriage to the crowd, beaming smile, you know, absolutely beautifully dressed. Sorry, what was that?
I was clearing my throat, but I messed with my mute
Oh,
button.
okay.
My bad.
Is method acting?
So, as that happens, you all show your passes as you go into the festival grounds and into this theater where the coronation is being held. Hold on one second.
I didn't realize my voice changer was on when I cleared my throat. No wonder you're like, what the fuck was that?
He's just rebooting.
Chew.
Princess Oriana Kozar is how do I put this? The coronation of her, where she's being crowned by one of the primary advisors that you might not know him, but you've been around the Rocket World, most of you at least, long enough to be aware of the existence of her father's primary advisor is Arcanist Gadaric Main. Gadaric Main.
Hey, man.
He is an older human wizard. Assumedly of decent skill, and was her father's primary advisor, and appears to be remaining her primary advisor.
Can you say his name again, please?
Gaderick Main. Arcanist Gaderick Main.
Thank you.
And he's wearing blue robes with gold trim. He has a long gray beard, pale blue eyes. He carries a gnarled wooden staff. And he seems to be riding along in the same carriage with her as and gets out with her and is with her side by side the whole time. And he is the one to provide her with the crown and set it upon her head. Much to the delight of the crowd, for the most part, you do hear a few people, however, booing.
Ooh.
And some jeering from the crowd comes. And you hear a... Hold on one moment. Where'd it go? You hear a shout from many rows back. She's no queen of mine! Long live Eric Kozar!
Oh, right. That's why.
That guy.
Nothing is done about it. There, like, some of the guards start to pipe up, but she just kind of waves them off. And then she leaves and starts to head back to her carriage. And you guys all get up and go to where you can see as her carriage will leave again. And a gunshot rings out.
Well, hell.
In fact, several gunshots ring out. And I need everyone to roll initiative as you watch. She is stepping into the carriage as two of her guards take shots. And Gaderick Main is trying to cast some sort of spell to protect her.
Well,
Hold on.
shit.
Wait, I've got to get it where I can... Let me get all this set here.
The guard shot at her?
No, the guards have been shot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said initiative, not perception.
Well, give me... Yeah, it should be in the combat encounters. You should be able to do that there.
I got 2 results. Yeah.
Why'd you get 2?
I also got 2.
Calculating 2 for all of us.
Why
It's
is it-
doing it's doing
There
our
are 2 of us.
icons.
We're on the thing
There's a-
twice.
I'm gonna give everybody the high one. I don't know what's up with that. I apologize.
Yay. Thank you.
Well, one of us has the right icon and one doesn't. I can just remove the one that was
Yeah,
tiny.
I don't
Yeah.
know why that's...
Just the top-down ones, whatever they got.
You can leave mine, I just cast mirror image. Sorry.
I'm gonna roll one for the space hamsters. Hold on one second. Let me get this set.
Pirate scallywag.
Ooh, she rolled real shit on her.
She rolled pie.
Hey,
That's why she's so slow. It's all that pie.
Tuba! Damn it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, from where you are standing, Will, let me get you all where you need to be. So the two guards are visibly injured, having been shot, but they are still standing and still trying to fight. And I don't have a token here for the carriage itself, so we'll have to make do without that.
Where are the...
Give me 1 second and I'll show you. I'm
Okay.
still working on things here. Alright, so you can see you're sort of beneath the tree looking at the side of the road here where she was just getting on into the carriage. And you see a number of attackers coming from the eastern side of the map, both to the south and to the north.
Oh, the giant hamsters.
I just want to hug him.
They're so cute.
What would you like to do?
Okay, let me think. So immediately Will whips out the book, and starts leafing through for anything helpful, and, these guys, who's the closest to getting to the queen?
Probably this guy. Although there are some on the other side. You're in a position where you can't really see them through the hamsters and the... Although maybe beneath the hamsters you might be able to, being a halfling.
Okay, sorry, I'm just reading the description on a spell real quick.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, on this guy, I cast Phantasmal Force against him.
Alright, what's the save?
It is an intelligence saving throw.
Not his forte. Well, that was with Queen Oriana's thing, but... Which is... when I take that away, he fails miserably. Like, her intelligence is high enough that she would have seen this, but with his, no, he's fucked.
Okay, so he sees a huge knight coming up right behind him out of his blind spot to attack him.
All right.
And he thinks that's real, unless he can pass a investigation check against the spell.
Sure.
Sorry, there's a lot here to read.
No,
And
it's all right.
and he takes 1d6 of psychic damage, and believes that guy is on him and attacking him. Is it 1? Wait, am I within 60 feet? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, he thinks that's on him, and he treats it as he should, so he might engage with it or not, I'm not sure. And then I duck behind the tree here. And that's my turn.
All right. So Gaderick Main casts Globe of Invulnerability around himself, the carriage, and for the time being, he and everything within the carriage are protected.
Fuck! I was gonna hit them on my turn.
No.
I may be confused about what's going on. No, I'm just kidding.
This sphere will only last for 1 minute, though. You guys might not know that, but I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway. Cadrix, it's your turn.
Alright. So Will's hiding behind the tree and he feels rumbling as I boom, 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 rumble up behind him and I stand next to him. And I look down at him.
Well, is this it? Are they doing the crime?
Yes, they're doing the crime. They're doing the big crime. It's called treason.
And what do
Do we what?
What do I do?
Kill the guy attacking the queen.
Okay,
Or them at the very least.
so I kinda lean out past the tree and I look at this pirate dude here. And is he holding is he wearing any armor? Metal armor, metal
which
clothing.
One?
This one in particular.
He appears to have leather armor.
Leather armor. Okay. Gosh, yeah, I don't have a whole lot. I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Tradarth. The music swells. I don't really have much for that yet, but you're inspired by the theme music of combat. It's a D6 to attacks, ability checks, saving throws, whichever you pick. And then I will just try to use heat armor or heat metal on this guy's weapon.
Okay.
So that is this.
Sorry, which one?
That one.
Okay. So he's carrying a musket. He's one of the ones that opened fire with on the guards.
Awesome. Okay, so heat metal is holding or wearing the object. In physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire when I cast a spell. They must succeed a Constitution saving throw or drop the object. So I guess I roll the damage first. 6 damage, and then I guess it would be a 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh man, it bounced and rolled and landed on a 15.
Damn it. Okay, that's my turn.
It was gonna be a 2, and then it went to a 5, and then it went to a 15. Sorry.
Bummer. Trade Earth.
Alright, Trader Earth, your turn.
Alright. So the people that were over here, was I able to notice them or no?
I would
Then
say
you
yes.
said-
You would know that they're trying to attack from both sides.
Okay, and about how far are they actually from, like, I guess the carriage and stuff?
Oh, they're right on it.
Oh,
They've like come out of the crowd, and like the crowd is at this point turning and running, and these guys are charging forward towards the global
Okay.
vulnerability that they don't know they can't stop.
So they are, I guess, if I was to like go like in between them and the carriage and cast Thunderwave, would the hamsters be in danger? Like, are they that close?
Not if you angled it right.
Okay. Then I would like to move, I guess, close enough over here and then use my bonus action to do my Starlight step
Okay.
and teleport over here and cast Thunder Wave.
Go ahead. Do you need me to move you there?
Yes, I think so. Please.
There you go. I think you can catch 2 of them in it. It's your choice of which 2.
I'll do the 2 that are, like, you know, away from the hamsters.
Sure.
I don't want to
Yeah.
damage them.
We don't want you in it either, so
Oh,
there you go. Go ahead and do that.
okay. Do I click the con
Yeah, go
saving
ahead.
throw?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I need to do it twice?
Did it for you, not for
Yeah.
I'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
That's a natural 1 and a natural 5. They both fail.
Yeah.
Right. So I just like run up to the hamsters and then just kind of like teleport in this like does it have just like a little bit of like kind of like sparkles like star constellations behind me, and then just kind of like throw out my hands towards these 2 and like this wall of like force goes out. Draw here. Ooh, nice.
So it kills one of them outright. The other is injured and thrown back. What is it, 15 feet? Or 20?
10 feet away.
10 feet. So he's technically off the map. I'm not going to move him off the map, but he'll be 10 feet back from where he is.
And that will be my turn. Yeah, I'll just kind of stand in front of the globe and vulnerability, like guarding it.
Yeah. All right. Cadrix, this guy sees you trying to cast heat metal on his rifle.
And by the way, it's very obvious that it's me because it's not magic. It's like the twin little triggers of a taser blast out of me and hook onto his gun and heat it up super quick.
Right. He's gonna fire on you. Does a 10 hit you?
Uh-huh. No, wait,
It does?
13. 13, you have to be higher
13,
than
alright.
magic.
So the bullet fires out of the musket and just barely misses you. As he's trying to handle it while it's very, very hot.
Yar.
Smuma, it is your turn.
Oh, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks if he doesn't drop the gun, by the way.
Oh, well,
Not that it matters, but...
yeah, he still missed, but thank you for that. I'll try to remember next time.
Was there a wall there?
No, shouldn't be. No, it's just the curb.
I think it's marked as a wall. I couldn't move myself either.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. Let me fix that. Sorry. That was... I don't know why that was.
So I'm gonna run down here, smiling at the little hamsters, and then I'm gonna shoot Scorching Ray at the pirate captain and the scallywag. I'm gonna shoot 2 at the captain and 1 at the scallywag.
That is a cool effect for the global.
It really is.
15 hit.
15 hits the captain.
Nice.
Do you have to roll for each one?
Yeah. So
Okay.
11 damage in the first one.
Alright.
Does a 20 hit?
It does.
Oh, come on, really? two damage there.
Got it.
Does a 20 hit?
No. Yes.
Oh, man.
Ba 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 ba.
11 on the third one.
How do you want to do this?
Woo!
I just like shoots through his shoulders and like both his arms fall off. And he just like looks down and then just falls forward.
Perfect.
What, in the Borderlands?
I'm thinking Fallout when you get hit with a laser weapon.
Yeah.
Alright. Pirate Scallywag. This guy. Five and 6. Not knowing any better, he's going to level his musket at the barrier and fire. It, of course, does nothing. You just hear ping as the bullet glances off the shield and into the air and off into space. I'll say this guy will come up and he'll do the same just because. After that, they'll figure out something's wrong. The Pirate Brute. What was the effect on him?
Evilly, he's seeing one of the knights, in her carriage that are protecting her right up on him, attacking him with a sword.
Okay. So is he just immobilized, or what's the effect?
He treats it as if it were like real. He can use if he is at all suspicious it isn't real, he can use a investigation check to
At this point, I would say he is not.
Yeah, because it attacked him and dealt damage, and he rationalizes any damage as what he would perceive it as, even if it's psychic. Even though it's psychic damage,
Right.
if it was like a pool of lava, he would see it as he's burning or something.
Yeah. So he takes a step back, swinging his mace and fighting this entity that is not there. The space hamsters do nothing.
Synchronized hamster dance.
Maybe so. And Tradarth, the pirate in front of you, shouts, Death to Oriana Kozar! Long live Eric Kozar! As he starts to swing his scimitar at you.
Bring him out then.
He takes a swing with his scimitar and misses. He takes a swing with his dagger, and that's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay.
You take 5 points of damage, and then once again with his... No, it's supposed to be twice with his scimitar. That's right. All right. That's a natural 20 against you with this second attack.
Goodness.
You take 14 points of damage from that attack.
Jesus.
The two knights are inside the globe of invulnerability, both injured, cannot do anything, and the queen is inside, basically shocked and startled about what's going on. She can't really do anything either. So that brings us back to Will.
Okay, on my turn, the phantasm attacks the guy again and deals another d6 of damage.
Alright. Does he have to make another save, or just
No.
damage?
He only saves if he figures out that this might be an illusion.
Got it.
Or he might suspect it's an illusion at all. The 5 psychic damage to him.
Got it.
And I peek around the corner and...
The rest of you just see this guy seeming to be battling an invisible foe that is just battering it back, and he takes a hit, and like it's weird watching him seeming to fight something that's not there.
Do I have a line of sight on this guy, the captain? I imagine not through all the space hamsters.
Yeah, there's a lot of space hamsters in the way, and it's on the other side of the globe of invulnerability, and on the other side of the carriage itself, which I don't have a token for.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna manage that, so I target the closest scallywag, and I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
All right. And you see him leveling a rifle that he's currently trying to reload. That's going to be a hit.
Oh, nice.
And that's enough to kill him.
Nice.
And then I duck back behind here. I'm keeping my head poked around the tree just to keep the eye on where the phantasm is, because
Yeah.
I'm concentrating on that. And that's my turn.
All right. Gadrick is going to remain where he is and watch the events unfold outside. Cadrick's your turn.
Okay, so I will use my bonus action to pump more power through the cables and fry this guy's gun again. So he takes the damage once more. Nine damage.
Got it.
And then I will stomp my way to him and try to stab him with the dagger.
We must defend the wife.
Let's say around you, you see commoners just fleeing for their lives, and one of them kind of turns and looks and says, "What do you say about your wife?"
Keep my wife's name out your goddamn mouth.
Damn it!
I'll say your wife's name whenever I damn well please.
Okay, that's my turn.
Trader, you were engaged in combat with this. Seems to be the leader of this little group of rebels.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to second wind. That's bonus action. Okay. Yes.
All right.
And then I am going to attack him with my long sword and say, "Long live the queen!"
Yeah, baby.
Oh, it's almost 20.
Does that hit?
Yes, 19 hits.
Jeez. Is he still up?
He is still standing.
I will.
He does appear to be bloodied, though.
I will action surge.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, you will all be level 4 at the end of this.
Yay.
Attack him again.
That's it.
There we go. See if this is a little better roll. A little better.
All right.
And that'll be my turn as I chop down at him twice.
All right. You are now standing right on this guy as he's. Let's see. He's going to use his cunning action to disengage
Pansy.
and move across the street, and you still have your thing on him, right? The heat metal. So he's going to take a shot at you with disadvantage on the attack. That's a natural 1 and a natural 4. His gun jams as he's.
The thing is probably melted at this point.
Yeah, but between trying to fire on you and trying to escape you and all, and he turns to fire and just click, and it's like, shit! You just see the color just drains out of his face, and he's like, shit, shit, shit! Smula, it is your turn.
How damaged is the captain here look?
He's definitely injured.
I should probably head out in about 5 minutes
All
to
right.
get to my thing tonight.
I'm gonna magic missile him. Well, in the combat. Uh, 12 points of damage.
Yeah, he looks very badly injured as you finish pelting him with magic missiles.
And stay down.
This marksman, let's see. He's gonna turn around and fire at Cadrix.
What?
His musket. You're close and you're chasing his guy, and he realizes he can't do what he came here to do. He can't kill the queen, so you're the next best thing right now.
I'm roaring about my wife.
He a 10 does not hit, right?
It does not.
Again, you get a bullet whizzes past you into the tree behind you and misses.
Excellent. As a reaction, They make an attack roll against me. I expend a bardic inspiration. Bardic expiration. Inspiration.
They hit 0 HP.
Right. Oh, I see. It's not for some damage. It's to make it harder for them to hit me. Gotcha. Good to know. Never mind.
Okay. The brute.
Fucking music keeps getting louder.
I don't think he's got any way of knowing yet what's going on. Is there any way for him to? He
It
doesn't
just
get
says
like a
he just
thing every turn.
Shouldn't he be
He
making
can
a
move
save every turn? Or check?
Does it? The target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. If the check succeeds, the target realizes that the phantasm is an illusion and the spell ends. If he wants to, if he wants to make an investigation check, I guess.
I don't know if he would have reason to, but I think that's the only way that they can counter it.
Yeah.
So we'll have him roll, and not with a natural 4. He's dumb.
No.
No, he takes another step back as he's fighting this thing, and genuinely believes it is absolutely real.
Now you just make it steadily more horrifying. It starts sprouting tentacles and lights on fire.
All right. Against you, Tradar, the captain swings his sword. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right, he's going to swing again. That is a 14 to hit.
Also no. It's a 15.
And then he's going to pull his pistol, and would he try to point it at you being this close, or when he pointed it? Either way, it's going to be at disadvantage. I think he's going to try and fire it over at Smuma, since Smuma fired magic missiles. So he takes 2 swings at you with his right hand, and then kind of a hip shot with his flintlock over at Smuma.
Yeah, you play.
I create a hole through which the round shoots.
That's an 11. Does that hit you?
I think it might. Yeah, I'm 11. Yes. Or
He misses the hole and makes a different hole.
thanks.
You take 8 points of damage.
It literally split in half.
I just imagine
face
it's
me!
like. Have you ever seen where they shoot like ballistics gel?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
that.
same thing.
All right, that brings us back to Will.
Okay, the phantasm just backs up and eggs him on because he's out of the range of it. So
Oh, okay.
I peek back out and I see this guy and Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. 15 hits. He's got an AC of 12.
14 damage.
Wow. Yeah. With that, he's bloodied and winded.
Okay, I'm going to just back up a bit, and that's it. And the phantasm's just egging the guy on, come at him.
Cadrix, it's your turn. And if you need to go, please.
Yeah, I'll do my last
If you
turn
need to go
here.
right after this, you're good.
Yeah, okay. I suppose dart will pop out of me and hit this guy right here. I'll try to hit him with Tasha's hideous laughter.
All right.
I think my house is haunted. Every time I try to go home to my wife, all I hear is, "Get out!"
Wow, he doesn't like my wife jokes.
He fails the save though, and he goes prone and is incapacitated.
Oh wait, yeah, that's a good thing. He failed the saving throw.
Yeah.
Hooray! He is prone, laughing his ass off.
Where's prone on here? There.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the stream running and go get ready and stuff. When I come back, I'll turn it off.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Trader, it's your turn.
Alright, attack on the captain again.
That's a hit.
Oh my gosh, can I please get a good damage roll?
He's looking worse and worse as you begin just cutting him to ribbons.
That will probably be my turn then.
Alright. The pirate marksman. Let's see. How does this work? Alright, so he's basically on the ground laughing his ass off over here. Yeah, that.
I'm going to. Does Captain look even worse?
He looks almost. He's barely standing at this point.
Can I see the brute from here, or is the hamster in the way?
I would say
And the carriage also be here.
between the carriage and the hamsters and everything in the way, and the fact there's a global invulnerability between you there, probably.
Oh, I can see that. Alright. In that case, I'll just magic missile him again.
Yep.
Nine
That
more
will.
damage.
He had 8 hit points left, and that is enough to kill him.
Sweet.
So you kill the ringleader of this attempted assassination on the new queen.
One little pseudopod's gonna reach out and pet the hamster next to me.
This guy's gonna come around the corner, and he's gonna take a shot at you, Will.
Will, uncharacteristically, seems not afraid at all. Just puffing his chest out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am, sure.
You take 25 points of damage as he hits you square in the chest with a shot from his musket.
Jeez.
That was a crit. Sorry.
Yep. That's fine.
Wait, you tanked that?
Yep.
I know, you're still up? Wow.
Yep, I am. I have 30 HP.
I forgot
what
you
the heck?
rolled. He rolled max on his hit points each time.
Jeez.
It was crazy. I was watching and I'm like, what the fuck? You're one tanky halfling. Alright, and this guy's gonna go back in. He still thinks it's real.
And it starts clashing swords with them.
Yeah. He's just swinging for all he's worth at nothing. Will, it is your turn.
Ow. Fuck you in particular, and I point at him, and horrible arcane and eldritch secret secrets start pouring into his ears and driving him mad with dissonant whispers.
Okay. What's he have to roll for that?
Wisdom
wisdom.
saving throw.
That is a 5. Go
Okay.
ahead and give me damage.
15 psychic damage.
He had 13 hit points left. How do you want to do this?
As he's just grips his head and it like blackish, dark red blood starts seeping from his eyes and ears, and he just collapses in a mess as his brain melts in his skull. Oh, and on my turn, this guy, Brute, takes another d6 of damage. 6.
Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Okay, 1 second to get that guy back. And I think he's got 21 hit points. Did I forget that? Yeah, after that he should have
Oh, shit, wait. Well, no, yeah, I have to roll concentration before you add that 6 damage.
Okay.
What do I roll for that again? How do I... Is it...
It's, Constitution save.
No.
No, not against that 25.
No. So he does not take that, and the illusion disappears.
Alright. There we go.
How do I... Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I did not mean
well, seeing that that's... killing that guy, I am going to start... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's gonna be pissed.
the Arcanist is just maintaining this and just watching as you guys cut down these attackers. Cadrix sway. Let's see what can Cadrix do.
We have a healing word.
He might. Let's see. Sure. Let's do that. He will cast Healing Word. He will regain 60 points.
You.
I don't know if that's what he would actually do or not, but you suggested it and I didn't have any other ideas. So, Trader, it's your one. Your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to try to run around the carriage, so I don't, like, threaten the Arcanist or the Queen or anything. And then
You could get one more. Yeah. There you go.
Well, as I'm kind of running, I guess with that last, kind of 5 feet, I move, I think I should be within 20 feet. I'm gonna take out my dagger and throw it at the...
Alright.
Does it have that I'm using it, as range, I guess?
Just,
Well, I guess my proficiency is the same for both right now.
yeah, you should just be able to. 12 will hit.
Nice. So I'm just gonna run and throw it, just at his chest or arm or wherever it lands, and then
Yeah,
huh?
It sticks just right into his chest, and he kind of takes a step back in pain. He was gonna go after the halfling, but now you're right there.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to call back my dagger just to my hand. So it just disappears from me and comes back to my hand and I
Just
shoot
with
it
a
real
gush
quick.
of blood out of his chest as the dagger apparates back into your hand.
And that'll be my turn.
This guy's still laughing his ass off.
Does he make a save?
I don't think so.
I guess when he takes damage, maybe?
Oh yeah, it might be.
Yeah, which he's not taking damage, so right now he is probably going to end up being taken prisoner. Smuma, it is your turn.
I'm going to Scorching Ray the pirate brute.
Jesus.
Does
That's a
20 hit?
It does. Alright. He's looking
Second
really
ray.
bad. That also hits.
If he's not falling over, I'm gonna do the third one.
He's not falling over yet. That's it. That's
Yeah.
enough to kill him. Alright.
I just
Oh,
like
that's-
Smuma got the most kills. It's like
Yeah, with
Hatred
that-
alone, guys.
The last of the attackers falls, except for the one that is still laughing his ass off. And as soon as the globe of invulnerability drops, those two guards that are in there immediately jump out. One of them is guarding the door and protecting them against you guys, just in case. But the other one runs over and apprehends the prisoner there, or the marksman that takes his rifle away, or his musket, and what was that, Trader?
I was just gonna say I would attempt to help him by like using the manacles I have on me and like after using them.
Yeah, he'll let you do that. So you two go up here and apprehend the would-be assassin. And that, I believe, is where we're going to call it.
awesome.
Everybody is level 4.
Yay!
Feel free to level up at your whenever you like. It doesn't have to be today. You've got 2 weeks, so anytime between now and the next session.
I'll do it now.
So just to confirm the like feat ability score thing again, we can take a feat and an ability score increase. We just don't get any ability score increases from the feat we take if it has one. Was that
I think that's what we agreed.
okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me double check. I know I put that in here somewhere. So everybody go ahead and give me your hit dice rolls also. Remember, you can re-roll ones for the first one. If you roll as another
Where
one,
is-
you don't get to re-roll that one. But
is that on our sheet or do we just roll the dice?
you'll have to roll the dice yourself.
Okay.
Like for Treydarth, I think it's a D10.
I got a.
Yeah, D10
we-
plus con modifier.
Do we reroll ones? Did you say or not?
Yeah, and you're a halfling, so you re-roll ones anyway.
Well, I don't reroll one.
Oh,
I
that's right.
reroll ones on a D20, but
yes, we are re-rolling ones for these. Yes.
2.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just. I was just adding 2.
Should I wait to roll? Because I was thinking of potentially. Oh wait, no, I wasn't gonna increase my con no matter what, so it wouldn't matter.
That's fine, Kai.
Okay, I gotta pop. So, guys, have a good night.
All right.
Yep.
Good
Good
night, everybody.
night.
How do I increase my max hit points? Hey.
You should be able to click on where it says hit points. Oh, right. You have to unlock the page first.
All right. Where do I do that again?
So there's a little. So at the top left of
Oh,
the
right. Yep,
page,
I see it.
then there's a little gear for configure hit points. It's just,
Yep. Got it. Got it. Okay. Did that take? No, apparently it did not.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, there it goes. I had
There
to
we
do
go.
it twice.
so yours would be 34. Will you get a +2 from your con?
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yes, I've overtaken him in hit points. Tanky
And
warlock.
yep.
Did you get yours, Trey? Trader?
Yeah, I'm at 35.
Nice.
That should be 11 still.
All right.
And where do we go to level up? Exactly.
I don't remember.
Hmm.
I think. Let me see. Is it just a matter of?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's under the features tab, and I think you just you just click on the little tab that says 3, and you just go to where it says 4. I think.
Oh, let me. Sorry.
Why is it so hot in here? God.
Let me redo my hit points here because it's I'm setting them back to 30 real quick because it's now asking me to do the hit dice. I'm just gonna put in 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I can put in. Okay.
So, was that session as janky as I feel like it was? Be honest.
I didn't
What?
notice any jank. Okay.
What do you mean? Yeah.
So it felt all right. It wasn't too much talky and
No.
No,
be doing nothing with Calliope leading you about by your nose.
no, I
No.
thought